Welcome to the Maths In. Today we'll know about the depressed cubic equation. So, first we know that what is the depressed cubic equations? A depressed cubic equation is a special kind of cubic polynomial equation where the x squared term is absent from the polynomial, which is why it's called depressed. The term depressed refers to the fact that the equation has been simplified from a more general cubic form by eliminating the quadratic term. The general form of this equation is x cubed plus p, x plus q equals 0. In this equation, x cubed is the cubic term that signifies our variable raised to the third power of x, and while px represents the linear term, where p is a coefficient that multiplies our variable x. And lastly, q is the constant term, which does not depend on x. This equation often seems complex because of their root behavior. The behavior of the roots of cubic equations can be complex, especially if the discriminant is 0 or negative, leading to special cases like multiple roots or complex roots. Here we are solving our equation x cubed minus 3x plus 1 equals 0. So, first, we compute q using the formula, which is q equals the cube of the p divided by 3 plus the square of the q divided by 2. We got the value of q equals minus 3 divided by 4. After that we calculate. The value of discriminant, often denoted as delta, is important because it determines the nature of the roots. Delta is calculated as negative 4 times q. So, substituting the value of q, we get delta equals 3. Now, let's interpret the value of delta. Since delta is positive, it means that the cubic equation has 3 distinct real roots. To solve this equation further, we use Cardano's formula. The formula to find the roots is x equals the cube root of minus q over 2 plus the square root of q, plus the cube root of minus q over 2 minus the square root of q. Since we have already calculated the value of q, so we put the value of p and q in the formula. After calculating, we find that the first root approximately equals negative 1.5874. Please note that the first root is derived directly from Cardano's formula and represents one of the possible real solutions to the cubic equation. Therefore, it does not involve omega, but you will see the omega in the other two formulas. After finding one real root, using Cardano's formula, the other roots are found using these two formulae. In the context of solving cubic equations, omega and omega squared are complex cube roots of unity. To find all 3 roots of the cubic equation, we use the fact that the roots are spaced equally around the unit circle in the complex plane. Here's how omega and omega squared come into play. So, the second and third roots are derived by multiplying the first root by omega and omega squared respectively. This is due to the nature of complex cube roots of unity, which ensures that all roots of the polynomial are covered. So, finally, after substituting the value of p and q and calculating further, we find the other 2 roots of the polynomial. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.